Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way. With that being said, I do hope your day is going better than fantastic. I really mean that. I do hope you are making great strides in your personal healing and your journey to self-betterment. Which brings me to the topic of this video. And that it's so difficult to not let the narcissist, ex-spouse, or friend, or narcissist family member that you were able to get away from. It's so difficult to not let them rent space in your head. And what I mean by that is, to think about them and working day and night to improve your life so they can see you and be jealous for whatever reason. Sadly, what can happen is, you might pursue a certain area of your life, hoping to be a giant success story, hoping the narcissist X will see the end result and you will have some sort of fulfillment. Wrong. Sadly, what can happen in certain instances, your judgment might be cloudy because you want to be a success so bad for the wrong reason. You might end up wasting a lot of time to end up in a position that isn't where you hope to be. The narcissist isn't there to see it. No one cares. And then as you mature, you think, why didn't I just do this instead of that? Hindsight is 20/20, right? But you realize in that moment, it was your focus on having your ex-narcissist see you to become successful. It was that focus that blinded you enough to not see the big picture. Now, with that in mind, there has to be balance. At times that frustration on being left high and dry and in a bad place in your life by a narcissist ex-spouse, or so-called friend or family member, can fuel you to move forward. But it has to be more than that. Because if it's not, then you are chasing an empty goal for an empty person that is no longer in your life anymore. Now is the best thing to do, is to have a successful life after having escaped a narcissist or narcissists. Yes. Yes, it is. But success is subjective. You might get a job where you make a lot of money, but your health gets ruined in the process from the stress. You might make a lot of money and you have a great job you love. You might not be so concerned about money, but it's just making solid connections, at least with a small handful of people. Maybe you one day want to find someone special to spend your life with, and maybe even have a family with. Believe it or not, there are many people here that have left comments telling us how they were married to a narcissist, and they got educated on this subject of narcissism, and they ended up being blessed with a spouse that is loving and treats them good, and they've been together for 20 years. Now is it a bit harder today to find that? Yes. Because society, for what we can tell, has shown a big spike in narcissism across the board. But if you're out there, there are others like you that are out there as well. Remember that. But here's where things go off the tracks trying to find another person to get into a relationship with. Because you know they, meaning your ex-narcissist, has met someone else. Well duh. They probably had that someone else with other someone else's the entire time you were with them. But that's just how narcissists are. But you see this or you hear this, and you feel this panic to have the same thing. Look. You're not in their house anymore. And they aren't in yours. What is happening and not happening with them is no longer your problem. What is happening with you is your problem. Look. A narcissist can walk down the street and get a new target tomorrow. That's just how good they are. But meeting someone with decent intent, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves with such a thought. And I know I brought up money before. And though money doesn't make the person, which is something I want to talk about more, Because this is so important for people to understand in today's world. But with that being said, oftentimes, the narcissist will leave us penniless and broke. They will squeeze as much out of us as they can and leave us a mess on the floor trying to put our lives back together again, while they effortlessly move on to another relationship with all of the financial benefits somehow. And because we are so financially broken, it becomes very hard to focus on our health, which suffers greatly after dealing with a narcissist and can suffer years later after the fact. But because we are licking our wounds, and trying to keep our finances straight, and pay off all of the bills incurred while dealing with the narcissist, we can't get out and have a bit of fun, or meet other people as easy as we want to think, and sometimes what reality will allow. I've mentioned before regarding the normal, basically healthy person that grew up in a decent home. Though they aren't the normal target for the narcissist, they can end up being one if the narcissist sees this person has what they want. Now there are instances where the narcissist can get their hooks in so deep in such a family, they can cause all kinds of problems, to where this once healthy family splits up. It's happened before, which is another topic for another video. But oftentimes, because there are so many family members, someone can see through the narcissist and sound the alarm. And if that happens and this person is able to get away sooner rather than later, there are usually friends, family, and others to come in and help financially, emotionally, and in any way needed. So the physical effects are lessened. And the same with the financial. You see, such families instinctually know this, I think. They know, hey, they just need to have some fun. They go home to their parents' house. They sleep in their old bed. They get to eat their favorite foods. They go out to the movies with their brothers and sisters. Maybe they might take a road trip. And before you know it, they are meeting others again. Yes, they are thinking about what happened. It's natural and normal. It happens. But they are taking the normal and healthy steps to detach from a narcissist, and to move forward. It's kind of like having a tragedy, like breaking a bone or something like that. If you are able to get the right help and physical therapy, you might get to the point you will still remember it happened, but it will be so far away. You might not right away recall it or think about it often after such time has passed. Being stuck alone. No help. No family, because maybe you grew up with a bunch of narcissists. Maybe you have a few good friends, but they are busy with their own family, lives and jobs. So all you have is you and your thoughts. And sometimes those thoughts can be of a help. And they can also be a downfall sometimes. You know what I'm going to show them? I'm going to be this, that, and the other. I'm going to make this and that and the other. They will see. And now the narcissist has you. Even when they are long gone. They may have had several other targets after you. They may have moved to a few different houses, and have had a few different jobs. And here you are stuck on them still. Look. It's normal. Completely normal to think about what happened to you. Especially if they are family. Or if you created a family with them. And I will say it's still normal to think about what happened even if you just dated them. It's trauma. Let's be real about this. It's trauma. But living a healthy life for you. And becoming healthy for you. And then being able to share that goodness carefully here and carefully there. After a bit of time, you hopefully will think about that narcissist less and less and less. And you will even think to yourself, I don't have time to think about them. Here's something to think about. Have you ever bought something like a car? Or a pair of shoes? Or whatever? Because you were concerned about what this so-called friend would say. And that other so-called friend would say. And now you think back and say to yourself, I can't believe I used to think like that. I don't even know these people anymore. And they don't know me. And what they thought back then should have had no bearing on my life. Well, this should be the same thought process for your self-journey to self-betterment. Yes, yes. There will be times when you need that kick of energy or fuel to make you get up and do a good job at something. And possibly you might think about what was done to you. I get it. I've done it and I do it. But the biggest mistake I and a great many of survivors have made was to let these narcissists be a part of everything we do, even when they were long gone. Long gone. You know, I've made some good friends over the years. And it's taken me some time to understand this fact. Really good, consistent people. Decent people. Flawed, yes. Like all of us. But consistently decent people that I know care about me. However, either they have their own life troubles. Or they have very busy families. The message here is: take a deep breath. And get set to move forward in your life. Move forward for yourself, not for the narcissist that left you or the narcissist you left. They aren't worth it. They don't care about you. And if you happen to bump into them, regardless if you are on the top of your game or not, you don't even have to talk to them. Actually, it's my opinion. If you see them before they see you, go the other way. Just simply go the other way. If they see you, just go about your business. Whatever that might be. And don't engage them. If they want to talk to you, be friendly but very short and leave. Don't try to show off. Because that might backfire as well. Just get away from them as fast as you can. As fast and safely as you can. Don't cause any narcissistic injuries in these folks. Because you don't need them re-entering your life after several years of not having to deal with them. And that's the other thing to think about. Doing things with them in mind somehow implies them being back in your life for a back and forth. And you don't want that with a narcissist. You don't. Because it likely won't be brief. It just pains me that so many people don't have someone to talk to and someone to be around to get through these losses. Because though you are glad to have them out of your life, it's a great loss. Because you probably really loved them a lot. And now they aren't the person that you thought they were. And now you are all alone. But I will tell you, instead of going turbo boosting off to have this life so the narcissist can see it all, if you take your time and pace yourself, a little success there, a well thought out success over here, develop your boundaries over there, you will start to see things fall into place. You will meet some new people. Some good. Some bad. Some in between. You will start to build your life. You will start to build your life. Well, that's all I have for now. And shout out to those that love my little cartoon voice. I appreciate you. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.